Okay, welcome back everyone. What we're going to take a look here is a short discussion on Chapter 2, uh, Computer Concepts, but in this particular case just the Part 2. So let's go ahead and get right into the details. Discussion topics for this particular part are we'll chat about input devices, we'll talk about output devices, data communication, what's a network, some security threats and how to avoid them, system software, and application software. So let's talk about input devices. Well, input devices are any devices that provide you communication with the computer. Now, the most common one today is the keyboard. We type our information in. Next are pointing devices, and they can come in, as you can see here, in a hand with the pointing finger. Could be a cursor with an arrow or any other number of options. The mouse is the second most common. Again, most mice today can either be wireless. This one that we see here has wired directly to it. Could be wireless, or it could be a keypad on the computer, or any number of other options. Touchscreen, again, smartphones, all touchscreen. Touch the actual screen and it performs the function. Microphones, as I'm doing at this moment, I am communicating with the computer and it is recording my voice. Scanners, place a sheet of paper on it, scan it, digitize it, and you can save it. Output devices are the way the computer communicates with you. Monitors, most common. You can see what is going on with the computer. Printers, hard copy of something you may be working on. Speakers, way of hearing what's going on. And finally, projection, where you can share with other individuals. Now, data communication is when computers talk to each other. Now, data is information. It could be numbers, it could be words, it could be pictures, it could be any form of information, but it's the way computers speak with each other. Now, data transmission data, where one computer talks to another. Senders to receivers, where I may communicate with you via, shall we say, Skype or texting. Channels. Now, in this particular case, if you look at the little diagram, the red dot wants to only communicate with the green dots, not the yellow dots. So it will find specific channels, or as the diagram shows, lines that only communicate with those, not with the yellow. Protocols are rules in which communication, data communication follows, that has to stay within certain guidelines. And then finally, drivers are programs that allow the data to be communicated. Now, networks is when computers talk to each other. And as you can see here, we have connected computers with devices. As the diagram shows, we have three different computers connecting to each other through a modem. Servers. We've talked about this, I believe, last time. We have multiple computers connected together to perform large supercomputers. For example, the IBM Watson is an example of that. Now we have local area networks, where you have multiple computers hardwired together, usually within the same building. Then you have wide area network, where multiple computers are connected together, but they're not necessarily in the same building. They could be at various locations throughout the world. And then finally, or not finally, but we also then have wireless local area networks, where you have local computers that are connected together wirelessly, no hard lines connecting them. And then finally, we have Bluetoothing. Now, Bluetoothing, as you can see, you probably see in the diagram, maybe it's on your phone, maybe it's on your computer. This is where we have wireless connection to other devices within short ranges. An example could be Bluetoothing earplugs for listening to music or connecting your cell phone to your car system. No connections necessary. It is a wireless connection. A little bit about security threats. Well, first and most important is malware. Now, malware is basically, as the little diagram shows, there are programs that you can pick up most prominently from the internet that its only purpose is to destroy information in your computer. Spyware, on the other hand, is also programs that you pick up primarily from the internet. But what it does, it steals information from your computer, or it tracks what you do. Now, most operational software has what we call a firewall, which is a very first line form of defense against spyware or malware. It is not, it's good, but it's not great. You really need to have some additional type of security protocol. Norton or Symantec is a program that helps to protect you from both spyware and malware. It supplements a firewall, but it needs to be updated continuously. Spoofed is when you think you are looking at something legitimate, but it really is not. The example I have here is there is actually a site called Fakebook. It's not Facebook, but if you go there, you can actually download viruses and spyware. So it looks like the real thing, but it really isn't. And then you have finally what they call phishing. Phishing is where they kind of see what you're doing, and then they try to send information to you, kind of like pop-ups, ads for the lack of a better term. They're really not sure if you want it, but they're going to give it a shot. Now, system software. All computers have to run on system software. Now, system software tells the computer to turn on, turn off, turn on monitors, and all the other stuff. And as you can see here, I have a number of them. Windows, Linux, IBM systems, Apple's have their own systems. Now we have the operating software, which makes the computer function, turn on and off. And we have utility software, where it allows the different type of connections to perform, keypads, anything you plug into your computer. And then finally we have application software. The most common is Microsoft Office, and as you can see by the icons here, there's various types. And these are also known as productivity software. We have Word, we have Excel, we have PowerPoint, Access. Those are the common ones, and we're actually going to work on those this term. And if you look at the word application, you see, if you did not know this, you see the word app. That's where the word app comes from. It is an application, a quick way to do something specifically, such as word processing or data manipulation or slide presentations. That's pretty much a quick overview of part 2. If you have any questions, let me know. You can proceed now and move on to the assigned readings. Thanks. Have a great day.